Hey everyone, Friendly Canadian here, and today we're gonna look at the fucking horrendous Megamind 2. I've already seen this trailer, but I'm just gonna break down why I hate this so fucking much, just as the rest of the internet does at the moment. I think it has like a 86% dislike ratio or something like that. It's fucking great just looking at that. I'm glad that people will put their fucking foot down and be like, this looks like shit, instead of just flocking to it because it's a recognizable IP and they'll take anything at this point because they're desperate for a sequel or anything related to Megamind. I'm so glad that as a world we can come together and just shit on this.
Hello, loyal viewers.
Oh yeah, I forgot the shit. Oh my god, that was like a flashbang to the head. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I have a problem with. Just replacing Will Ferrell with another person. By the way, sounds nothing like him. I've said this before with like my friends, but you can't really make Megamind without Will Ferrell, and that's just a fact. It's sort of like the same situation with like Robin Williams with the Genie. They legit built the character around Will Ferrell and his, loudness and his over-the-top nature. So to see that stripped away and just leaving this husk of a wannabe fucking Walmart version of Megamind is just completely insulting.
For those who are just joining us, that's me, Megamind.
The Meg...
I'm
I was gonna say the Megamind. I hate the fact that they reuse footage because they're trying to be like, oh my god, it's like on the same quality as the first movie, and then you go from like you go to that, which is like extremely detailed even for like 2010 standards. I feel old. Like you can see how precise the eyebrows are when it comes to like the hair follicles and everything. You see like the warmness in the ears and around the cheeks. You see like just all this expression and detail, and then they have the audacity to put the original footage next to the fucking new footage as if we won't fucking notice and that we're dumb. Oh, I fucking hate it.
villainy until I realized
Like just
my
old clips.
destiny was to be a superhero.
Yeah, and then you go back to this, and it's just, how can you say that that's the same quality? I don't get it. It's almost fucking insulting the way that they laid that out. Also, the whole entire that that fucking Megamind is back. I haven't heard like a trailer voice in probably like over a decade. I'm surprised that they're still using it. Like I said, every single way that this trailer is laid out is like this is supposed to like release in, I don't know, like 2011, after the fucking movie release. I would have excused it, but this is a film, not a TV show. A fucking film. It just blows my mind how fucking lazy this is.
Kind of a big deal.
And you're welcome.
Oh yeah, and then like the, as YMS says, trailerism, where they sort of just add dialogue to fucking characters that obviously they're not saying that line, which I also hate that a lot. It's like the embodiment of like every bad trailer ever, if you think about it. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this floor. There's no shadows. There's no shadows at all. This looks like a fucking CSGO map. Oh, never mind. There's like one shadow over there. My bad. My bad. I take all criticism back. This looks like Sims 4. This looks like a Sims 4 fucking update. Fucking Walgreens version of Megamind.
You're all so lucky to have me as your hero. Wow.
It just fucking pains me.
You were threatening the city a few days ago.
I think also another thing is like the frame rate. There's something off about the frame rate. That's so weird. It's like all juddery. Why is it like that? I think they just had like 2 TV shows in production for like Megamind, and then like they sort of realized, well, we can't have 2 shows going on at the same time, so might as well just call this one a movie and call this one a fucking show, which is just insulting.
2 days ago. Now you're defending it.
Oh yeah, and then there's like a new character that looks nothing like the other characters, and she looks like she's from another fucking movie.
I want to be a crime fighter, just like you.
You're adorable.
Oh my god, stop going back to the old footage. Also, it's sort of like, remember how great this movie was? Wow, you should be watching the old movie instead of this shit. It's sort of like they're self-aware in a bit, but I know that they're not. They're just doing like nostalgia bait and all that, which is really weird to say because like that movie's not really that old in comparison to other movies, so that's very alarming to say.
In a pushy sort of way. Here's a souvenir. It's either a paperweight or a flash grenade, so careful with that.
From Dreamworks Animation.
The Doom Syndicate. I despise them more than button-down collars.
Okay.
Fucking... How his neck, like, went upwards.
More than button-down collars.
Okay.
It's like that. It's so robotic. It's so weird. Maybe this is just like me having an issue with like very limited 3D animation, because if your animation looks like shit in 3D, it's like the worst thing in the world. Like, it does not look natural, and you would think that after like 10 years, actually over 10 years, Dreamworks just making these like really shitty sort of sideshows with their main movies, that they would actually like learn to actually adapt to like TV, you know, animation standards. But no, it's like they've been stuck in the year fucking 2010, where all these like 3D CGI shittily, you know, put together cartoons just existed back then. Like, this isn't any better than the fucking Penguins of Madagascar show, which if you look back to that, some of the designs look fucking horrendous, as well as Kung Fu Panda, like that show. Oh my god. Like, Po looks like a fucking, like, sewer rat. Like, like a fucking mole.
Hey.
Megamind. Is that any way to welcome your old crew?
You still think I'm a villain?
Let's have a good old-fashioned crime spree.
Like, nothing about this yells like, oh, this could have existed back in the original film. Like, it doesn't at all. It looks like, I just thought about this. It looks like fucking Fortnite. It looks like Fortnite.
Fun before jumping into evil business. Charades, anyone? No!
Act like a villain.
Until I can stop them, we must keep up evil appearances.
That's pretty devious.
Think.
The thing about Megamind is, like, that film was actually genuinely funny. And, like, its whole entire identity is around its comedy. I would like to think that. Also, it's, you know, somewhat seriousness. But, god damn, it is just not funny, and that's a crime of itself.
Like a hero.
Those bystanders
Think
are
like
about
a
to
hero.
squish. It does not look good for them. Oh, right, I'm a hero now. Time to kick some...
Just no expression. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this. Did they just pop into existence?
Kick some Doom Syndicate
Yeah, they just
booty.
pop into existence. That's fucking terrible. Let me see. Let me go back.
Time to kick some Doom...
They just pop into existence. That's fucking terrible.
Time to kick some Doom...
Oh my god. They legit just like had a PNG of a tennis ball and was like... God. Even I think that I could like fucking... maybe edit that to where it's not so jarring. Also, what the fuck did they do to a fish? He looks like he hit the Zaza.
Doom Syndicate booty.
Oh, that's also another thing. They know that their backgrounds look like shit, so they sort of like blurred it in the background, and it just makes it look even cheaper, which is just sad. And that way a lot of like TV shows do, where they're just like, this background sort of looks like shit. It's like really bad lighting and everything. So they sort of blur it to make the other characters stand out. So it's like, oh, look over here so you don't look over there. But the thing about it is that typically when they do that, at least they have a good looking model. So now you're just making me focus more on this shitty looking model. And then I'm gonna look at the background and be like, well, I mean, this model's shit, but at least it doesn't look like a fucking mosaic.
Yes, it was a flash grenade.
Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, the new film. And if you love
Film.
Megamind as much as he does,
Me is one of my favorite things in... The whole wide world.
Keep the fun going.
And it's such a lame title. Like my friend brought this up, but such a lame title. Fucking Megamind Rules. That's like some Diary of a Wimpy Kid shit. Like, Megamind. It was sort of like, it's kind of weird because like the original movie was sort of like a critique on superhero movies and how like you can be more than just being the generic cliches and everything, and you can break those expectations that people had of, you know, superhero movies. Meanwhile, they're doing the exact same thing right here. This really is an Incredibles 2 situation. But at least Incredibles 2 has good animation. Maybe not a good plot, but, you know, at least it has that. But how it's laid out, it's almost as disrespectful as the Incredibles 2, because they both were critiques of superhero media for its time and the cliches that they had, and just they're just better in every fucking way. And then the sequel releases, and then it ignores all the fucking like subtle jabs that it had at the superhero industry at the time, which like it's two separate generations. It's like fucking Incredibles was like during the 2000s, and then Megamind was during the 2010s, which they're probably going after like the Avengers and Iron Man and all that bullshit. So it's just very disappointing and irritating to see this just sort of trend happen to like these sequels, and people not really giving a shit about animation, and Dreamworks out of all people. It's so fucking weird. Which I'm not saying that Dreamworks is like squeaky clean and like I'm gonna fucking be a bootlicker and just, you know, suck their cock. I'm pretty sure they have like at least a higher standard when it comes to other, you know, animation studios. Just ignore like the one-offs that they do here and there. I can't believe that I'm gonna say this, but I think fucking Croods 2 is better than this shit. It has good animation. Actually, I'm not making this up. Fucking talks about racism. And it's just overall, like, it's not the greatest film in the world, far from it, but like at least it's just consistent with what the Croods is. This isn't what's consistent with Megamind. It's just really sad. Like, I see this and I see a tax write-off. Like, I don't see any like creativity in this at all, and everybody else sees that too.
Playing with Megamind Rules, the new series.
Peacock, the place where you just put movies on there. You put like fucking like what, like Five Nights at Freddy's, and then like Minions. Peacock is like a fucking identity crisis. Like, it doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be. It just grabs movies and it's just like, we'll have this for like a limited amount of time. Maybe it's an exclusive if you're lucky. I would say who the fuck has Peacock, but my dad has it, so I can't really criticize that. Yeah. But I fucking hate this. Everybody else hates this. I just wanted to join and give my thoughts about it. Jesus fucking Christ. Dreamworks, you go from like... you go from fucking making Puss in Boots 2 and like all these other movies, fucking Bad Guys and all that. Pretty solid movies. And then you just go to this level. It's just so fucking sad. And it's funny because it's not like, oh, well, it's understandable because it went to a streaming service. You know what DreamWorks did recently? They had an exclusive movie on Netflix. It was called Orion in the Dark, which I really enjoyed that movie. Maybe not like as much. It's like a 7 out of 10 movie, but at least it has some... I won't even say somewhat decent animation. It just has decent animation. It actually explores like different concepts and fucking existentialism, and spoiler alert, like the character like commits suicide, but it's like a metaphor for suicide. It's some really tough shit, and it reminds me of older DreamWorks where they had the balls to fucking take on those fucking subjects. But this is just sanitized. It's just nothing. It's a fucking nothing burger. And that's what's just insulting. This is just insulting towards DreamWorks' legacy and what they stood for. And the whole entire concept of why DreamWorks was made in the first place. Shrek was made to combat Disney because the guy was pissed off at them. So they wanted to be like, hey, you know what? fuck you. And also, we're going to do our own thing, and we're going to pretty much shit on all the cliches that you did. It's legit built into fucking Dreamworks DNA. So it's really weird just seeing them just having this very sanitized version of like their properties. It's really sad. I should have like a sad counter of like how many times I said sad. I don't think I said sad enough. Am I saying sad enough? Anyways, I was supposed to end this video like a while ago. I was fucking ranting off, but Jesus Christ. We asked for Megamind, and I just wish that Megamind could just go away now. I don't wish for a sequel if they're gonna treat it like this. It's goddamn horrendous. Anyways, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, even comment if you want to. I don't care. You do you, and have a good day. Because I'm not after seeing this.